Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I just want to do a quick video to talk a little bit about seed germination, in particular growing a whale fin Sansevieria or Sansevieria masoniana or Dracaena masoniana. I don't know what it's called anymore, but I'm just going to call it whale fin. I'm going to share with you my experiment growing the whale fin Sansevieria from seed. So if you're not familiar with the whale fin, it's a super popular plant right now because it grows these great, lovely, big whale fin shaped leaves that are very modern looking. So like in modern decor, they make a great plant for a great house plant. They're pretty low maintenance, just like a Sansevieria. And they're all over the internet. They're super popular. And you might find them with many, many leaves. You might find them with just one giant whale fin leaf. Anyway, I think they're beautiful. They can be kind of expensive. And I already have a giant Sansevieria, as you can see. So I don't really have room for a bunch more. But I thought it would be fun to try and grow one myself. So I found a seller online and I bought 5 seeds. That was it. They weren't super expensive, but they weren't super cheap either. But I thought I would give it a try. So the thing about the Sansevieria whale fin seeds is that they're like a small little gumball. They come round, they're little, and they have a hard brown outer coating. So the first step in preparing the seeds, you have to nick that coating. And a lot of different seeds that come with that hard coating, you'll need to nick that seed, scrape it off. I tend to use a nail file. You can use a knife and just kind of cut a little side, but you have to be careful because if you cut too deep, you will damage the seed and ruin all of its inner workings. So I just use a nail file and try to get that outer coating off. Then you soak the seed in water for about 24 hours in a nice warm sunny space, 24 to 48 hours. And then you'll just sow the seed on top of soil. I used cactus mix, a cactus succulent mix, because you don't want it to be too wet all the time when it starts to grow its roots and things. So on one seed, I sprinkled the top with sand. On another, I sprinkled the top with a little soil. And then I had some that I just left open just to see which would work best. Now, tip number 2 in seed germination, if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, wait until spring or summer to start growing your seeds. I'm kind of impatient in that when I want to grow something, I want to grow it now. So I actually started mine in the fall of 2018. And at first I had them on my windowsill. I noticed that the sun was going down a lot earlier, which is a problem, and so I decided to move them under a grow light. So of my 5 seeds, I think in that first batch I did 3. Of those seeds, I did get 1 to germinate, but I lost 2 to Fungusgnats. Now, if you're familiar with Fungusgnats, they love to feed on seedlings and seeds and things, and they lay their eggs in them, and it's disgusting. And I couldn't figure out why these 2 weren't going, and so when I pulled back the saran wrap that I had them covered with, I noticed that it was just teeming with fungus gnat larvae, so those had to go. I don't know how the fungus gnats got in there. Like I said, I had them wrapped with saran wrap to lock in moisture. My guess would be that maybe the larva was already in the soil when I planted or when I sowed the seeds, and so I mean, I guess there's really not much you can do about that. One tip could be maybe to prep your soil by spraying it down with some rubbing alcohol beforehand. So that's just a seed germination tip. So the other 2 seeds that I had tried to grow, I waited until summer for those when I went to go prepare them. Their outer shell just kind of flaked off, which was a red flag to me that the seeds had probably dried out and were not viable. And I was correct. Nothing grew from those. But with a lot of patience, and after about 6 weeks since I sowed it, I had a little whale fin Sansevieria poking up through the seed that I sprinkled the sand on. And it was like super exciting. I couldn't believe it that I'd actually grown one. So fast forward to a year and a few months actually, and here is where my whale fin is today. Pretty little, right? So this is after a year and a few months. I love watching this thing grow and change. It's come a long way. I water it maybe every 10 days. I don't water it that often. I keep it in a warm, sunny space with some of my other plants, and it's doing really well. Obviously, it's going to take a really long time to grow into one of those beautiful, large whale fin plants. But all the same, it's kind of still just as gratifying if you have this little one. So thanks for checking out my video. I just wanted to share with you some seed propagation tips. I know that the whale fin is a super popular plant, so I just kind of want to show you what I was working on behind the scenes with my seed propagation. So make sure and subscribe to my channel, where I will be doing some more seed propagation projects and sharing the progress and some projects that I've done maybe like a year or so ago. So you can also check out my blog at suburbansil.com, or follow me on Instagram at suburbansil for some more plant photos, plant updates. So thanks for checking out my channel, and I will see you next time.